All right, welcome back to Honey Ridge Farm. We're out at our meal bee yard today. We spent the day yesterday moving bees from Smithville. We've got a bunch of hives out here now. It was just brought out yesterday and opened up, but still need to be checked and probably some boxes removed and hopefully some reversed and gone through and see how they're doing. But we had a busy day yesterday. It took all day. I always think that it's going to go quicker than it does. I figured half a day and it took all day. But we finally got them all moved and got them all over here. It was kind of rushing, so now we're kind of taking it easy. Just had a nice little lunch out here. It's a beautiful place. Got a nice creek back here in the background. Please don't tell my wife I have her car because my truck's in the shop. And we're gonna get in some bees today and see what they look like. So appreciate you watching, and I'll see you directly. Right, got my microphone hooked up now. But I'm gonna get a little picture before we start getting into the bees. What they look like going into the hive. Their maples blooming. This is the first really warm, good week. It's supposed to be between 70 and 75 all week. Get back down in the 50s this weekend. So, but the bees are really busy and should be really starting to bloom up or build up. There's several hives that are light and would probably need to be fed if it weren't for the maple blooming right now. So we'll get in here and look at them. Should be hopefully some white wax, and I've seen in some other guys' hives, and we'll get in here and look at them, see what they got. So far, they're not paying any attention to us. We're gonna start up here on this end like normal. I'm gonna be pulling stuff off here, the tape we used to bring them over here, and these straps, and I'm gonna throw them all over here in the back, but I'll be coming to pull them off here later, or pull them off to pick it up here later so it won't get left. I've had some issues with leaving stuff too long. I always have a tendency, like I said, I always have the best intentions of picking up, cleaning up, doing everything perfect. But sometimes those intentions don't lead to action. I always put everything back here in the back, and I can just walk down through here when I'm done and pick it all up. Had to go out and buy new straps yesterday. I've got straps in my truck, but my truck's being worked on, and I didn't think to take the straps out. You never realize all the stuff you need is in your truck. I left these you'll notice that I left them kind of not in a straight row for two reasons. One reason is I want to be able to get behind them with the mower and mow back here. And the other reason is it makes it easier for bees to find their own hive and they don't drift as bad. If you get them all lined up, I first started beekeeping, I'd line them all up perfect, and they would be Johnny on the spot. But I ended up with, if you had two right beside each other, you'd have one full and one empty, and it's because they were drifting. I ate right before I did this, and probably wasn't the best idea. I always take these straps and kind of wad them up and take them home, and then I'll roll them up nice and neat once I have time, usually early in the morning or late in the evening. Keep jacking them around, they're eventually gonna get me. There's one trying. This is the only one I left on 4 on a pallet. I had to borrow a pallet from Jeff. Hopefully this will fire back up. Kind of a 4-way pallet type deal. We'll see how it does. I usually don't like to have it's got some smoke in there. Pallet, or the bees facing both ways. I like to be able to come up behind them and work them from behind. Using the cedar shavings again today. I've heard a lot of people say good things about it. It might not be the best, but man, it sure smells good. I'm gonna give them a little puff. I'm gonna come and work easy so you can see it. This one seems to be the weakest one of these ones right here. But it felt fairly heavy too. The pollen patty's all pretty much gone. Still got some fondant on them. This is, I was gonna say very heavy. It's not overly heavy, but it's not light at all. This bottom box I expect would be empty, and it is. All right, so we're gonna not so much reverse this, but we're gonna let them fill this other box up before we put another box on them. And we can clean off our bottom board too. So we got about 5 frames in this box. And it's fairly heavy. And we got maples now, so we're gonna let it go just like it is. We're gonna go ahead and turn our summer side down. On the inner cover and put our lid back on there. That looks to be the weakest one of the four. I think we're gonna go ahead and get an entrance reducer and put on there too, just to make sure they don't get robbed out when this flow stops. There's a few things you can do to help out your small colonies. One of them is putting on an entrance reducer so they don't get robbed. Another one is you could, if you wanted to do the work, you could go ahead and put them in a nuke or just a smaller box, whatever size you got. They'll tend to fill up a smaller box quicker than fill up them same amount of space in a larger box. We're definitely active today. All right. That one looks good. We may do some equalizing today too, I'm not sure. We'll have to see how they're done. It's been a pretty full box. Got some weight to it. We got stuff in the bottom. You never know if it's just bees in the bottom or if it's bees and brood or what they got, so you always have to check to find out. Looks like it's just bees. No brood. Bottom board's definitely dirty. We can take care of that. And bottom board is shot. Luckily I brought a couple more. That top box is at least 80% full, so I'll get another bottom board and put on there. We'll put that one on there and we'll put a new cleaned up deep on there. This will be a box that'll eventually become a split. Either one or two splits. Since we're early in the year and I got plenty of time, if they fill it up, which they will, it'll be too full and it'll swarm if we don't watch it. take some of these and dump them off in there. Looks like little bits of nectar coming out of there. I can't really tell. That one's good. Put this on here. Summer side down or flat side down. And put a lid back on. A little bit of moisture on it whenever they're bringing stuff in. Pollen patty's all gone. Good and heavy. Another good full box of bees. I would say with that amount down here in the bottom that's got some brood in it, but we'll check. See what they got. Well, they killed a couple mice, looks like. Another bottom board shot to crap. Looks like I might need some more bottom boards. Alright, top box is going on the bottom. And I think because that one's got so many bees, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the top. Even though it could use cleaning up. Might take his frame out. Ouch. Alright. Alright, that one looks good now. Got the reverse, bottoms on the top. And they're going crazy, and that'll be a good split. Be a good 1-2 split later on. So they're looking good. Alright, this is the last one to check. Trying to get y'all where you'll be able to see good. Alright, pollen patty's mostly gone. Got a feeder in the top of this one. Alright, this bottom one's light. Just double checking to make sure there ain't no brood. If there's brood, you can't rotate them. Alright, looks pretty good. Alright, looks good in the bottom. I don't like that feeder down there, so I'm going to take it out. I always try to keep the feeders up top. Find me a good frame to put back down in there. Spread them back out. Alright, so we got 10 frames in the bottom. I'm going to put this in the end. I'll put our feeder out here on the outside. I don't know if I need to put that feeder in or just go ahead and... They're pretty heavy. And with what's going on, I think I'm just going to go ahead and put another frame in it. All right, so we're good on that one. All right, that does it for those 4. They're all in good shape where they should be for the time. Again, it's timing. It's where we're at in our timing and making sure they're where they need to be when they need to be there. And a lot of that is just experience. So, but these 4 are good. But the bees are doing good. 3 real strong hives and 1 that's a little weaker, and we put an entrance reducer on that. So we got them where we need to be when they need to be there. So they're doing good. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. God bless y'all, and I'll see you on the next video.